The rural Eastern Cape, birthplace of some of South Africa's greatest anti-apartheid leaders, but also the site of extreme poverty during apartheid, when thousands of people were banished to black homelands. Despite 20 years of land redistribution and programs to bring water and electricity to rural areas, the province remains one of the poorest in the country. This is Keiskammahoek, 40 kilometers northwest of King Williamstown. In the past decade, a new grassroots movement has risen up in 13 local villages here, bringing together workers, farmers, teachers and young activists, in fact, people from all walks of life. And the focus is on taking action to improve people's lives. It's what the National Development Plan calls active citizenry. Like many local residents, Mzwebongo Goyi lives off his land. He helped form an agricultural co-op that farms sweet chili peppers for export. But after paying off private investors, Mzwebongo and other farmers say they feel like low-wage workers on their own land.
So bawungenayo imali unawo umhlaba awusoze ukwazi uwenzana umhlaba wakho. Phaya emasimini yafika lo muntu lo nalo mali yakhe athi masenzeni lento. Xa efuna uhamba uyaphinda ahambe. Nina nisiyekani koko nina nisalambini same kulaa ndawo eyi-1 kulaa level inye.
Mzwebongo has written to government to ask for support for local farmers with things like equipment in order that they don't have to rely on investors.
Into endinoyicela kurhulumente apha emaphandleni ake aze asincede icala esinalo apha emaphandleni kuba silime sivuleke namathuba emisebenzi. Kungabikho ngokunidi uba mawuhambe ubheke eKapa ubheke eRhawutini uyofuna umsebenzi.
Nomonde Ngalo is a preschool teacher. She didn't wait for government to help her. She set up a creche in Burns Hill village in 1985, collecting small contributions of food from parents and even chipping in her own grocery money.
Kubalulekile ukuba abantwana baye esikolweni ukwenzela uba kwixesha elizayo bazokwazi ukuphila ubomi obuhle bangaphili ngolaa hlobo lentsokolo.
For 30 years, Nomonde has tried to get support from the government. She's received occasional contributions, but the support always dries up. Now she operates classes from a derelict primary school building. Her only income is 520 rand a month from the Community Public Works program.
Ndibuhlungu kakhulu kuba urhulumente andiyazi uba kutheni na mna engandihoyi kule meko elisizi kangaka.
Nomonde and other members of the community organization Ndingantaba Kandoda spoke to us about service delivery and the elections.
Ngizumbuza uba ingaba ndingayilahla le nto ndiyithandayo yokuhlala nabantwana ngenxa yemali. Hayi ndazixelela uba mandiqhubekeke ndiyabathanda aba bantwana.
It sounds to me, just from the way that Umama is describing the work that she's done and the struggles, that it really is difficult to be a community activist in rural South Africa.
It is. Kodwa you'll wonder, xa kufuneka ku-campaign or for votes, it's so easy for abantu baphezulu bazosijoyina, but when it comes abantu makwenziwe i-delivery kuba nzima ngolo hlobo.
Okay, what would you like the government to do?
For government to recognize and allow people do the good things they want to do in the country. Instead of like maybe you're doing this and it's like you're taking a councillor's job or you're taking a mayor's job. They must look at things like that. They must open doors for people like us and other people who are doing good in.
Ndiyamcela torho urhulumente ukuthi makakha azijonge iikrishi zethu ngoba oomistress abaninzi bafundisa ngaphandle kwemivuzo. Nezakhiwo zabo azikho semgangathweni bayasokola abatyiswa nabantwana kunzima. Ndiyacela ndiyambongoza urhulumente akabajonganga tu.
At school we have no library, we have no labs for those who are doing the sciences. I have to go and travel to King Williamstown because even the library that is in Keiskammahoek is not working well.
Grade 12 pupil Sanele Zita goes to Linganisile Senior Secondary School. She wanted to be a doctor, but had to scrap that idea because her high school doesn't have a science teacher. Recently, the roof blew off at her school, and now 2 classes have to share 1 classroom. Despite her hardship, Sanele helps organize extra tutoring for students at her school.
I think as Black people, we can use our own resources. We don't have to only look on the government, because we are seeing that our government is not looking after the rural communities. It's only looking for the urban areas only.
So you're giving up on the government?
Yeah, I'm giving up, but if they come, we will accept them.
What do you think? Do you think that we should just forget about government? Sizenzeleni into esizifunayo, or should we hold them accountable?
I think we need to hold our government accountable.
There are services, there are programs for government. Maybe the challenge is that we don't know how to go there and find those programs. If government can understand that people from Keiskammahoek, they are not happy about the library. Maybe government doesn't know that. If we vote for this particular person, we don't just complain for this particular person. He doesn't deliver the services. Our community leadership must go to the government.
Government know all the schools because they paying those people who are working in those schools. They'll say the results, it's bad in the Eastern Cape. Why? Where are the books for those kids to learn? Where are the libraries and everything? It's not there.
So why continue to vote for people who aren't delivering?
We've got this word. We're not voting for that person. We're voting for ANC.
Ndizovotela i-ANC nalapha emibuthweni because of utata lo uleleyo uyihero yethu as South Africa. Eminye imibutho ngizoyivotela ukuba isuke kwi-ANC ibona ezonto izibonayo ba i-ANC corrupt, and nabo ke sizothi sobavotela baphinde babe corrupt kwabona akho tshintsho bazalenza.
Akho umuntu unothi i-ANC khange yenzendo. I-ANC zizenzile izinto, qha i-ANC isekwi-progress yokuba ezazinto izenzayo mayizigqibe, and ibingazuzigqiba nge-20 years.
Ndingathi ndiyathandabuza ukuvota kuba angeze iintsanana ezincinci zibe azifumana unutrition kangangoba kuye kuphele xa kuzawuphela inyanga kuba nzima uba beze esikolweni ngenxa yendlala. Nam ndibuza uba ndingavotela bani kuba andiboni mntu uza kum, umama ongakithi kanti umvuzo zange awubone de xa kuba ilanga lizawutshona kuye engazange afumane umvuzo. Ndiyathandabuza kakhulu.
Andisiboni isizathu soba mandivote, andiboni nepati enikisomdla kum yobana mandivotele.
Abathembanga bonke nje.
Ndiyaphila ngaphandle kwabo, ndinyuka ndisihla ndiyazama elifini ngaphandle kwabo. Into eyenzekayo kubana mandileqa emva kwabo, like njengoba besitsho ngabantu abafundileyo abaphelelwa zinyanga ababhatalwayo.
If bendizovota bendizovotela i-ANC because ekugqibeleni ewe ndingumfundi namhlanje, although ndifunda nge-resources ezingaphelelanga, ndifunda ndingabhatali imali esikolweni, ndihlala ekhaya ndiyapeya igranti ngenxa karhulumente we-ANC. But ndiphinde ndibe nalo mbuzo uthi kutheni abantu babelwela inkululeko yalapha eSouth Africa bengabase-Eastern Cape, but iphinde i-Eastern Cape ibe yiyo eyona lizwe lihluphekayo gqithi apha eSouth Africa.
Xa uzijongile ezinye iiphathi like i-DA for example, why wouldn't you consider them?
Hayi yona i-DA bengenakwazi ukuyivotela because I think kaloku uHelen Ziluthen akamfuni umuntu omnyama phi eKapa, ufuna abantu abamnyama bathini babuyele ezilalini zabo bazohlala ezilalini. I-EFF yona abantu bangayivotela ba-free, but into endiyaziyo mna uMalima imbangi bavule laa mbutho it's because of ubroke.
I wish I can advise my colleague here, just go and vote. Because if you don't vote, you can't complain. I think we agree on that.
No, we don't, but okay.
If you don't vote, you can't complain.
Yes, you can, because whether one voted for the party that is in power or didn't, that party still has a responsibility over your life, so you can complain. Okay, that's just what I think.
But I will advise people to continue voting for current government. Why? Maybe you can agree with me if it was not a government of the ANC, you were not sitting over there today. Or maybe this school were not here today. Then I know how to complain, end of the day. I know where to complain, end of the day.
Urhulumende ngathi waste nexa siphina sithi sawuvota. Sidlala nje ixesha lethu. Because ufumene ichance yakhe kusuka 1994. Ya wala kakuhle ne sayifumana la freedom. So ke ngoku ucinga mina mhlawumbe kufanele ngoku uyachifta okanye xa engakwazi uchifta yena anike omnye umuntu ozokwazi uchifta because ngosifuna ngoku ukhuliswa thini iziqu zethu. Yabo sayifumana la nkululeko. So makenzela abantu izinto balambile abantu.
The only options for May 7th here seem to be vote for the devil that you know, that's the ANC, or vote for no one at all. The bottom line is, whoever is in power, hold that person accountable after the elections and find your own way to better your lives. Keiskammahoek in Keiskammahoek.